want you to take a look at the river at this moment. The water has risen considerably. Right now is at the base of the bridge, and it continues to rise. We noticed police and EMS crews actually take out one young man who apparently was injured. We don't know if he was one of the stabbing victims, but from what I could tell, he was distraught, crying, and certainly looked like he was in pain. Snow continues to accumulate throughout northwest Ohio, and today residents in our area grabbed their shovels once again to dig out of the snowy mess. I want to show you what these cameras actually look like. Take a look. 40 of those cameras are already right now in 20 Toledo neighborhoods. Man, I'll tell you something. If it's not snowing, it's either Arctic cold, and if it's not Arctic cold, it's snowing. Yep. I can't wait for the 40s. 30s, anything. I want you to check this out. They're using these signs, and the message on this one's pretty simple. It says negotiate or liquidate. Right now, things are in this stage, the liquidation mode. And I'll tell you something, I talked with a lot of these protesters tonight, and they made it pretty clear. They want to make a deal, but they're not afraid to lose their jobs. In this East Toledo neighborhood, it was hard to find a dry eye after police made a huge discovery in the search for missing toddler Elena Steinfurth. Thursday afternoon, Toledo police executed a search warrant at 704 Federal Street. After searching the garage, they discovered and took away a cardboard box. The Lucas County coroner says what was inside that box appears to be human remains. That news eroded any hope many people had of a safe return, including Elena's father.
It's hard to be optimistic right now.
Hard for a lot of people. For 3 months, people gathered in this empty lot twice a week praying for a miracle. People were bracing for the worst possible news that the remains may be Elena, yet angry that the discovery was just across the street from where the vigils were held.
Irate. Angry, don't even begin to cover it. Don't even begin to cover it.
A lot of people were angry, and even a fight broke out in the streets, which prompted a heavy police presence.
Everybody out of the street!
But at least one family member is angry at the police for how they handled the investigation.
The Toledo police botched this whole investigation.
Toledo police say more details will come out Friday. In the meantime, the family is just trying to heal.
If it is Elena, at least we can put her to rest. And everybody, TJ and his dad and everybody we all can have peace.
The Lucas County coroner told me over the phone today that on Friday his office will confirm whether there were indeed human remains inside of the box taken out of the home on Federal Street. But he adds it may take many weeks before they can confirm if those remains belong to baby Elena. Video on YouTube is titled Crazy Toledo Cop. As we know, it's not a Toledo cop, but instead Washington Township Police Officer Eric Hart. I talked to several people in the neighborhood where the video was shot. Some say the officer's actions were crazy, but others disagree.
Okay. Okay.
This cell phone video uploaded to YouTube shows what some people are calling police brutality. But some people are calling it something else.
Exaggerated, because that's not how he's being portrayed. That's not him.
Tom and Tamara Winkleman say the officer is a good guy working hard to keep their neighborhood safe. But when one resident tried to help the officer in this video by calling Toledo police, he was told,
I don't want Toledo here. I got everything on. I said, you ain't got nothing on. And he came after me, took my phone, shut it off when I'm talking to the dispatcher, and threw it on the ground.
In this police report obtained from Washington Township Police, it states on Sunday, September 15th, Washington Township Police Officer Eric Hart pulled over a vehicle for a registration sticker that appeared altered. While explaining the situation, Aaron Takowski pulled up and started shouting at the officer. In the video, you can see Officer Hart pointing his taser at Takowski while he's handcuffed and later being picked up and taken to the police car.
We need Toledo police here.
People learn from their mistakes, and I'm hoping that this officer learns from his, because he could have easily pulled a trigger on somebody accidentally with the rage that he had.
But after watching and listening to the video, not everyone thinks Officer Hart was in the wrong.
And I hear him and his wife yelling and screaming. I also hear neighbors in the background yelling and screaming and everything else. I mean, that to me is not somebody who respects an officer of the law.
Well, Winkleman adds a lot more happened before the video started rolling, which explains Hart's behavior. Washington Township Police Chief Christopher Kaiser told me over the phone this afternoon the incident is being reviewed by the Lucas County Sheriff's Office. They're investigating the incident to determine if Officer Hart is guilty of any wrongdoing. Meanwhile, Officer Hart remains on paid leave.
Yes, we lost the building on Friday, but we didn't lose a church.
And the church, made up of members from St. Mark Baptist Church, gathered at the University of Toledo's Driscoll Auditorium to praise God. On Friday, a fire destroyed the building they worshiped, but it did not destroy their faith.
And we're thankful to God that we have a place to have service this morning.
We have a very strong church family here, and we're very faithful, and I think it shows that we're all here today united as one family.
And they're not alone. Community leaders showed up to give their support to the congregation as they try to figure out what to do next. But church founder and pastor I.J. Johnson isn't worried.
God is able. He took nothing and made something out of it.
And this congregation knows something will come out of this tragedy. Reporting in Toledo, Bryant Maddrick, WNWO News.